Well, I mean, Tyrone's first and he didn't do it, so
Oh, really? Wow.
yes. And he got a 57, earlier
Of
today
course he
in the
did.
race. Yeah.
Mental.
So that was the first 57 of this tournament.
Mm,
I do not or I can't recall 57s in prior tournaments, but don't quote me on it. It may have happened before, but that's definitely the first 57 of this tournament.
yeah. And I'm looking at the brackets right now. This is the last match for both of the players in the group stage, and
Ooh, okay.
I think if Sledge wins this one, he does have a chance to go through to the final bracket. I don't know if they're doing like tiebreakers or something,
Okay.
because he's currently on 2 losses and PsioNick is on 1 win, 1 loss. So if PsioNick wins, he'll definitely be going through, but there's a chance that Sledge can still get through. 7 more weeks after this? Never mind. I'm completely wrong. How many matches is it? I thought it was 3. Is it like 5?
Well, just ignore everything that's said.
Just ignore everything I said. I think usually with audio switching, like at the first couple of kingdoms of the game, the lead can swap back and forth a lot, so it'll probably stay until one player has quite a bigger lead on the other.
That's fair. Okay.
Yeah.
PsioNick, left side went well.
Yeah, Sledge went for roll vault left side, which is
That's
interesting
tricky.
to see, but well, I think people kind of have different opinions on it. A lot of people think the roll vault is easier, a lot of people think it's harder, but roll vault's like 0.1 slower, I think, so it doesn't really make too much of a difference.
Right, especially in a race.
Yeah.
As long as doing whatever is
absolutely.
consistent for you.
Yeah.
Usually 0.1 is not going to make or
Yeah.
break what happens in a race. So, but both of them had pretty good cap kingdoms.
that was really clean. Cap's probably one of the easiest places to mess up in a race because you just can get so nervous beforehand. Dying on bridge and stuff happens a lot.
That would be. I wouldn't be surprised if you saw someone like die on bridge and you just saw them instinctively go into their switch menu like they were going to reset,
I'm
and
sure
then
it's
realize,
happened.
oh, I can't reset.
Yeah. Ooh, missing a spin pound there, Sledge. That sucks.
Oh, bonked into the block.
Taking the bonk on the rock, yeah, he had a weird line.
Right, Sledge couldn't even go for DSS if he wanted to because the James Top broke the block.
Oh, did I? I didn't notice that.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
I doubt he would, but even if he wanted to, he couldn't.
Alright, I'm really interested to see what PsioNick does here. Not going for DSS, never mind him.
Which is not too surprising.
Yeah.
Dansta went for it, and I think Triple went for it, but those are the only people I can remember going for DSS in this tournament. And, there's a lot of top-level players, and I think a lot of them are wanting to risk it.
Yeah, understandable.
And probably from PsioNick's point of view is he has almost a 4-minute PB difference.
Yeah, so if he just plays consistently a minute or 2 off his PB, then
yeah, if he gets even relatively close to a good time for him, he's gonna win.
Yeah.
So it's probably not worth for him risking that.
Absolutely. We're just gonna have to see if he stays humble and consistent, or if he gets ahead of himself later on, which can easily happen when you've got a big lead in a race, trying to show off the cool strats that you know.
Yeah, when you got a big lead, there's 2 ways to play it. Either kind of show off all the swag strats because you got that buffer room, or you can just play it incredibly safe and then get a halfway decent time.
Exactly.
In this tournament, the time doesn't in and of itself doesn't necessarily matter. It's most based on if you win and how far apart you and your competitor are. So,
okay.
The fact that getting a sub hour on it itself or getting a 58 in and of itself doesn't necessarily give you a ton of points. It's if your competitor also got a 58, then, you know.
That makes sense. Sonic is missing chess clip there. I'm actually surprised he went for that.
Yeah, I mean, it's an okay strat, but I mean,
yeah,
that chess clip wouldn't work. I actually was looking at Sledge's screen, so I did not see what went wrong.
Oh,
in
I see. Yeah,
Psionic's
no,
chess
I
clip,
didn't either.
but...
I just saw him taking the backup. Yeah, I think it did look pretty good, I think, from the setup I saw, but I didn't see where it actually went wrong.
Pretty close coming out of Cascade, but both not going for DSS, and PsioNick missing the chess clip. That's not too surprising. But this is definitely not the place where you really, like, extend your lead out. That's probably more what we would see, like, in Wooded, is where the lead would really kind of get pushed out.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Wooded is by far the most difficult kingdom in the game for especially high-level runners, so... But yeah,
PsioNick,
this
I'm
is
expecting to
ridiculously close.
probably go for Reverse Town.
Oh, really? Yeah. I'm not really sure what individual strats these runners do, but I think at this level, that's probably where you'd start introducing stuff like that. Yeah.
Yep.
How much of a time save is Reverse Town, do you know?
It's only a few seconds.
Okay, yeah. Sounds about right.
It's not that big, but when you were speaking earlier about the offset, you also have to change your offset with Reverse Town.
Oh, yeah.
Because their seed growing window is a little bit different.
Ouch, missing that dive up onto the roof. That does always look really tight. It's one of those tricks where, like, if you're kind of more newer to speedrunning and you see someone doing that, you just think, how did they make that up there? But that time you didn't.
Yeah, because in Reverse Town, the seed grows in the employees only room, and then in the regular route, it grows in that ground pound room that Sledge was just in.
Yeah, and that takes a bit longer to get into because you have to get the bird and stuff before then.
Correct, yeah.
Ooh, just getting the bird moon there.
With that bird, especially where you are, you have to do a couple of stalls in order to be able to get it. So...
yeah. But due to that bonk earlier, Sledge has actually got a couple-second lead right now.
Well, you have to keep in mind they have a little bit of a different route, so it's hard to, you know, judge exactly, you know, what the difference is. I hate to do that, especially with the different routes.
Okay, yeah.
But let's see what this dram looks like. Good for both.
Yep.
PsioNick will probably also go for Reverse Jaxi given his route.
Yes. Yeah, that makes sense. I feel like something you implement before Reverse Town. Yeah, it looks like he caught up to Sledge by about a second.
Yes, so it's almost frame for frame right now.
It really is, yeah. Wow, that triple jump really was. But yeah,
that was pretty much a frame for frame triple right there.
They've kind of swapped the leads right now. Yeah, Sledge is going for Reverse Jaxi though, which is interesting to see at a high 101.
Yeah, I mean, you know, there is no, like, certain benchmark as far as PV and when you implement tricks, but there are, you know, more recommended.
Yes, yeah, definitely. You know, I mean, if you're consistent at something, you may as well do it, but he did take the slightly easier way of capturing the bullet bill to break the block.
Correct, yeah, and PsioNick did the manip, so that's why he's a little bit more ahead right now.
Yeah. I always thought that Reverse Jaxi only saved time because of you don't have to capture the bill, or was that just a myth I heard somewhere?
I don't know.
Someone once said, probably like a year ago, that the only time save in Reverse Jaxi is the capture animation that you skip. But...
I mean, they might be right, but I couldn't tell you for positive.
Yeah, I wouldn't know. Don't remember who said that.
A little bit of a sloppy notes there for PsioNick.
Oh, it happens.
Sledge had really much better notes there.
Yeah, that was really clean. Well, there you go. Considering the nearly 5-minute PB gap between the runners, I'm really impressed at how close their sand
It's a
exits are.
4-minute PB gap, not 5.
Well, it's a high 101, so it's closer to 5, I think. Oh no, I'm bad at maths.
No,
Yeah,
it's
sorry,
a, it's
four.
like
yeah, no,
it's a
no,
little
I
under
gotcha.
4 is what it is.
It's under 4, not yeah. Either way,
Like 10:30 and maybe 10:31 exits, maybe 10:32 from sledge, but
something like that.
very 1 to 2 second difference.
I feel like I may have told Zach that. Well, there you go. Ninshadow is the culprit for my misinformation.
Maybe. Well, I don't know if it's misinformation. It could be right.
Well, I
but
feel
I
like
just
if that was true, then Sledge wouldn't be doing reverse Jaxi and capturing the bill.
I don't know.
Oh, missing the spin pound. That is painful. And another spin pound going to Cappy. And for the water. Wow.
Yeah, that was not what PsioNick wanted.
That's alright. You probably just got put off from the first couple mistakes.
The late clips could change it up, though. You know, depending on how good of a late clip they get.
Yeah. Oh, Sledge is really
PsioNick.
struggling. And
PsioNick got the
oh my
clip,
gosh.
but then he clipped back in.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow, and so Sledge overtook him with that. That's impressive, because it took Sledge a good 3 throws to get Cappy out, but...
Yeah, and PsioNick's first one, I think it was a fake clip where it's only his hat
those are
clipped
really
in.
annoying. Yeah.
So we're back to being almost frame for frame.
Yeah, this is ridiculous. Oh, the capture was a backup, was it? Oh, well, there you go.
Maybe. Could have
Maybe.
been.
I don't think I was paying enough attention.
Yeah, it's almost like we're watching the same screen twice.
It really is.
You know? Getting on the back of Dory there and getting those fish moons. Clean movement, praise so far. You know, for PsioNick and probably for Sledge, this is not the lake that they wanted.
Yeah, but at least they both have bad legs, so they can't feel too bad about it, because it's not really about how well they do compared to their own standards, but...
True.
But here we are, heading into Wooded. I imagine they're both getting pretty nervous now, because Wooded is, quite frankly, terrifying. It's not a good kingdom, especially in races. It can treat you really badly. Loads of places to die, fall down, softlock, all sorts.
I mean, Wooded can definitely be a run killer.
Absolutely. I think it's one of the biggest run killers for PB attempts as well.
I'd probably say one of the biggest run killers past Cascade.
Okay, past Cascade, true. But that's the difference between things that actually kill runs or losing 2 seconds and getting annoyed and resetting. Which is very easy to happen in the first couple of kingdoms.
Yeah, I mean, if they miss DSS like twice, then
Okay,
you know,
DSS
it's a reset,
is the
you know.
isn't it? I forget. But yeah, Wooded is really exciting to watch. This is actually pretty different from a lot of the other races I've seen, because I've commentated a lot of races with slightly lower level players where people have really differing Wooded routes, which can save like a really big amount of time over each other. So both these players are high enough level to be doing tree route. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, BTT for Wooded is one of the most impressive things you'll ever watch.
I mean, the whole BTT is just impressive.
I'm not saying it's not, but Wooded in particular. Nailing the 2 shrine bounces there. Same for Sledge.
Yeah. Looking pretty good so far.
Yeah.
Getting us up root nut. And then into nut clip, that's another thing that can kind of change how things go. I mean, more as their movement outside of the bounds, you know, missing nut clip would be rare on this level.
Yeah, I think so.
So, They'd more likely to be like bonking or
like that.
yeah.
Out of bounds is really rough. The camera is so on. Sledge!
Oh no!
Wait, both of them. This is the same race, same run.
Definitely, we just have our restreamer. Are you sure this is two different people?
Both missing late clip, both flipping back in bounds and nut clip. This is crazy. So the backup for these runners, because they missed that out of bounds moon, is they're both gonna have to get the piranha plant moon.
Yep,
which will lose a good 10 or 12 seconds because they have to watch a obnoxiously long cutscene after collecting it.
Well, all the story moons have obnoxious.
They really do. That's why
so.
When like people looking at reroutes and time saves in the game, story moons are the place where you first go because if you can skip out them, you can save a lot of time. Like in Metro, people do bullet building to get rid of the musicians and everything, but yeah.
Yeah, not only because of the cutscenes for the musicians, but it takes you back to City Hall, so you have to
you have to warp every time, and
yeah. PsioNick is making mistakes. You are too, Sledge.
Don't worry about it. But yeah, I think the one of the worst things about having to get this piranha plant moon is that runners immediately lose their muscle memory of FRS, so having to do roll cancel FRS is
Yep, you can see
PsioNick
trying to figure out how
it's a really difficult trick. It's a lot harder than the true one. Whoa. I can't say I've ever seen that before, have you?
I have,
the Sledge just did it. That's pretty cool, I like that.
How did Nick clip back in? He was in the maze, and he went too far in when he was trying to get the moon out of bounds.
Yes, yeah. Yeah, they are really, really close for their PB difference. I'm super impressed with how Sledge is playing. But PsioNick's probably got a 5-6 second lead on him right now. Nailing that triple jump, that was really satisfying.
PsioNick took a bonk there before getting the nut.
Alright, here's the last part of wooded flooded pipes. Flooded pipes can be really, really brutal. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Especially if you helicopter like that. Yeah, because now the problem with that
his cycles
is
are probably going to be messed up now.
His cycles are completely messed up, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you can see him taking the damage there, and then being off. Yep.
Yeah.
Saw that coming.
Also happened to Sledge though too, and missed the backup. That's really rough. Pipes is just like the right at the end of wooded. It's a really mean place to have it.
It can also be a pretty satisfying room.
It can. It's a very tight finish if you are like on a gold pace and nail it, but
so, you know, like almost all of the mistakes these runners are making, they're making the same mistakes.
It's really weird, isn't it?
They're clipping back in on nut clip, they're messing up lake clip, they're messing up in flooded pipes. You know, those are all the same.
Yeah, I'm really interested to see how the rest of this plays out, because they are.
I guess they're following the script that Saren wrote. Saren, you wrote that in the script, right?
It's true.
They're doing a good job of following that.
Yeah. I think you'll actually find that PsioNick is playing about 20 seconds behind Sledge and copying everything he does.
Could be.
Yeah. Both getting cloud boost, very nice.
Well, I mean, Sledge got a cloud boost, but he still had to.
He still had to go for the platform.
Cloud. Yeah.
I imagine it's still save time.
Alright, yeah. PsioNick got the hint art
That hint art is awful to get. I'm not surprised the Sledge isn't going for it. That saves like maybe 2 seconds in day metro, but it's really difficult because you have to be really fast getting back to Bowser.
True. You basically only have one try to hit the hint art.
You really
make
do,
it to
yeah.
Bowser in time, so.
And even then, it's tricky to do. But anyway, moving on to the hardest trick in the run, meme tree.
Nah, I mean, hardest trick is definitely debatable.
I know. It's very daunting for new players, I feel like, but once you get it, it's pretty easy. It's up there with Dino Skip and Moon's Cave Skip, isn't it?
Kinda, yeah, but I mean, you know, we still see people mess it up.
That's true, yeah. I mean, especially as you do
PsioNick,
stupid strats like
very
that, high
clean
vault,
movement
and
there,
yeah. Sledge just went for a CRJ. I don't know if that was intentional or not, but flawless PsioNick. Lost is a very satisfying kingdom when you do it right, but it's one of those kingdoms where a mistake that would maybe lose you 5 seconds in another kingdom loses you 30 here because there's so much poison and there's Klepto and everything. It's really punishing to mess up.
Because if you dive in the wrong place, you end up dying in the poison, then you're back at the Odyssey, and then you have to re-trigger Klepto, and it's a whole shenanigans.
It really is, yeah. I feel like Night Metro can be pretty similar, where just like all of the mistakes that you could make happen to lead into death pits, and so it's just like a couple kingdoms in a row where you do have to play pretty safe. But he got
reverse torpedo.
That's the one. I couldn't remember the name of that trick. I go kid triple as well. Oh no! As I said, one bonk, and that's it. Okay, let's see if Sledge messes it up too. Okay, he did, but he didn't die, but still following the script. That is putting a pretty good lead.
Yeah, they're definitely following the script. I mean, you guys are doing it.
Oh, Sonic nearly messed up that too.
Okay.
This is crazy. No!
No!
Missed Happy. That's so easy to do. One of the hardest backups is definitely getting that moon after you miss it the first time, because the angle that you get it from is really annoying. Oh. Oh. That's alright.
Well.
How the
loss is going pretty good all the way up.
It was a roller coaster.
The loss for both of them was good until Cage Triple.
Until Cage Triple, yeah.
That's where everything fell apart.
Well, there you go. Moving into Night Metro.
Yeah, because of those other deaths that Sledge had now, PsioNick has a little bit more of a lead to play with.
Yeah, it really is. We'll see what he does with it, though.
True. But of the places to die in Lost, that's probably one of the better places because you don't have to go.
Oh yeah, you don't have to deal with Klepto, exactly. Yeah.
PsioNick got that little silly Goomba bounce there.
The Goomba bounce is
I love
great,
that.
isn't it? Missing that triple jump. Don't think he held back on the dive enough. Wow.
Pretty good City Hall interior.
That was crazy.
So for PsioNick.
Yeah.
Oh, Sledge got the little Goomba
Got the Goomba bounce too. And I'm assuming... Oh, not going for the roll cancel up there. That's fair enough. Alright, this is one of the only bits of RNG in the any percent speedrun.
True.
Is the Mecha Wiggler boss fight.
Yeah, the only other bit that we may see is how the Goombas are positioned in the snow sub-area.
Yeah, enemy spawn positions can be pretty detrimental for like less experienced players. But I think at this kind of level, you kind of find ways to work around them. But there's a lot of places like sand and the start of lake where there are like little Goombas that can like really mess you up. But I think at this level, the only serious bit of RNG that could lose a lot of time is this boss fight right here, because it's completely random where the Wiggler travels along the wall, which makes it easier or harder to hit.
True, it is random, but there is like a set number of patterns, and at the level they're at, they're bound to see all of the patterns.
That's true, yeah.
Before, so they're not going to come across a pattern they've never seen before. That's just not realistic.
Do we have any count for how many patterns there are? Do you know?
I thought it was like 8.
8? Oh, I thought it was a lot more than that. Fair enough. Well, there you go then. Oh, here we are, Saren. Thank you. 22, Sonic says. 24, Lupity says.
Oh.
I'm clicking on this link. Hold on.
I guess who knows. Oh, I think I've seen that clip.
Oh yeah, this one says 19.
Well, I guess we're getting different
Somewhere
numbers
around
everywhere.
that.
So who really knows?
Oh, maybe.
22,
Wait, no, I'm
24,
reading that
18,
completely wrong.
20, 19. Could be any of those.
Okay.
Maybe 72 to bomb. Could be.
I remember once hearing that it was like 18,000 or something, so.
Oh no, it's definitely not that
At least
high.
clears up that, yeah.
Good scoop clip from
Very
PsioNick.
clean. Drive by. Oh, that was an unfortunate bonk, yeah. That bonk just put Mario too far back for that spin throw to hit. But that's not gonna work, is it, that pole drum? No.
Wasn't quite close enough.
Yeah. Pole drum is really annoyingly difficult to hit because Cappy never homes in on the pole when you want him to.
Well, I mean, one of the things about Metro is that there's so many other things Cappy can home onto as well.
Yeah, that's the thing.
So-
It's a really load of entities. DeBomb says
Oh,
around
you can see on
70.
Sledge's face cam there, him tilting the
Yeah.
controller for scoop
Yeah.
clip. You can see
Alright.
him going because he's
Struggling there.
struggling with it there.
Got it in the end though, yeah.
I love watching people's face cams while they're doing scoop clip.
Yeah, I always have to
The
like
best.
throw my mic arm out of the way to be able to do it.
I've seen
It's
people
an
do
annoying
that
one.
before, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, while I collect the moon, I move my mic arm away, and I can't talk for a couple seconds because no one will be able to hear me. I think that's one of the bits in a run where Joy-Cons are definitely easier for it, but absolutely not worth it for the rest of the run for most players.
Yeah, I mean, there are a couple of players who use
It
Joy-Cons,
is
but
astonishing
they're-
that people can do that, yeah. I think it's Buster Doggy that...
Buster uses
Yeah.
Joy-Cons, and Hey They're Cool.
Hey There
Fur
does.
uses
Yeah, that's
Joy-Cons as
crazy.
well.
And Fair as well, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Especially Hey There is one of the best players in the world.
True.
But yeah, I think it to be honest, it depends on like your genetics and everything. Like I can't use them for the life of me because my hands are too big.
I've heard that before, yeah.
Yeah.
People say that.
I can't roll cancel with them because my thumb hits every single button and the R stick when I try and do something like that. So
Ooh, Sledge's bullet building is not the way that he wants it.
bullet building's rough. These poles don't behave the way that you'd ever expect them to.
Buster's also getting a 57, I heard. Maybe. Could be.
Really? There are quite a few runners on the grind for 57 right now, actually. It's really exciting to see because for a very long time it was Tyrone and Mitch who had the monopoly on the 57, but Lucid got
Yeah, I
it
mean-
a couple months ago. Sonic, Danster, and Buster are all going for it right now, so...
PsioNick, PB-wise, is the closest to getting a 57.
But he's not playing as actively right now,
Yeah,
is he?
exactly.
Yeah.
He's not grinding as much as some of the other people.
Yeah. It is great. I'd love to see eventually some more competition right at the like world record level for SMO because I mean Tyrone is absolutely incredible. All credit to him, but he completely dominates the category. There's never any kind of like back and forth competition, so it's really great that there are some runners.
To be fair, when Mitch is grinding, it can be back and forth.
It can, yeah, but
when Mitch is grinding, but
when is the key term then because yeah. There are 11
because for a while there, when they were both grinding, it did kind of jump back and forth, so. But right now, Mitch isn't playing as much, so.
Yeah, that makes sense, Sonic. Around 22 seems to be the answer.
Sure, let's just go with that.
Every third run is a 57. That's just ridiculous. It's really just insane.
It is, yeah. For sure. I mean, basically, if he finishes a run, it's a 58 at least.
Yeah.
You know,
it's people spend like years grinding to get 158, and then for him, it's just like kind of average. It's,
yeah.
Yeah.
Just like average day, got a 58.
Yeah. SMO's going to be one of the hardest speed games to compete at world record level in.
Especially in any percent.
Yeah, any percent, yeah.
Some of the other main boards might be a little bit easier.
But even then, like...
But
you need a minimum of, like, multiple thousand hours to even get close to it.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe 100% is the easiest one, but...
I'd say maybe, like, Dark Side.
Dark Side, yeah, maybe. I don't know. I feel like 100% is probably the least optimized, but
100%
would
is the
take
least
the longest to learn.
optimized, but you have to have a lot of game knowledge.
You do. You're right about that. Oh, fudge. Left during the cutscenes.
Yeah, typically the people who have like 100% world records are like the top all moons runners.
Yes.
So.
But 100% is just not very fun all moons, so it's not a surprise that people don't really spend as much time on it.
True. Alright, so PsioNick missed the clip out of bounds here to get over to this room. That doesn't lose tons of time, but you know, a little bit.
It's kind of frustrating, and it's really easy to bonk rolling down that corridor as well, so it's often
in a Spidey minute.
He was so close to falling in the poison there. Did you see that?
I did, yes, but you know, I wasn't worried.
We trust PsioNick. He knows what he's doing.
I trust him. He knows what he's doing.
Just keeping us on our toes.
Exactly. That's part of the script too.
Yes, yeah. Look at Dark, for example. Tyrone's world record is -210 on second. I mean, that's the thing about Tyrone is like, he just sweeps all of the categories that he attempts.
Yeah, all he has to do is do a couple of runs.
It really is. Like, you'll see his stream titles for maybe a week or two. He's like playing a new category, and then he gets a world record and leaves, and no one can catch up to him again because.
To be fair, he probably couldn't do that for all moons and 100%. But
yeah, I remember him saying that he doesn't have a great attention span, so like Dark is about as long as he can concentrate.
He would definitely need to grind for longer for those, but no doubt he could get it, but he'd need to grind for longer. Alright, PsioNick did not go for Icicle Corner clip. A little sad about that, not gonna lie.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, PsioNick's one of the most consistent players at ICC, isn't he?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So if anyone in this tournament were to go for it, it would be him.
Yeah, I think the dream's dead, but in all fairness, he doesn't have like a really huge lead right now on Sledge. It's decent, it's probably about a minute or so, but that's not a trick that you want to be doing unless you're absolutely confident that you can get away with it. Is he doing setup lists? I imagine so, yeah.
Probably, yep.
Oh,
ooh.
That is really annoying. What happened there was he threw Cappy slightly too far forwards, so Cappy was technically in the air and Mario fell down off the roof before he hit Cappy and it didn't count as a vault. It's a really
annoying. You got a nice RCB though in Globe.
Yeah, the RCBs are really, really clean there. In general, though, they're just like a really clean piece of movement that's surprisingly difficult to pull off.
Yeah, I mean, like someone said before, it's Tyrone can get a 57 in 1/3 of the runs he finishes. So the fact that he got a 57 in the race
Yes.
is not. It's not crazy, but it is crazy.
It's like, it's not surprising because it's Tyrone, but it's still ridiculous that you can do that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Even people getting 58s, you're like, what? So.
And then Tyrone does it, and you're like, well, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't even get a 58, gets a 57, so, you know. What
Sledge
else?
is going for setup there, but barely loses any time and nails it first try. I want to see if he does the RCB.
Let's see. Yep.
Clean. Beautiful.
I love RCBs so much. They're just so good to watch.
They really are.
Oh dear, okay.
It's a depth perception in this room. It's really hard to tell how deep Mario is in the room, and it's quite easy just to go straight past the moon like that. Oh yeah, there's another RCB coming up.
Yeah, Nintendo wants you to use a Gushin in that room.
Yeah, and the Gushin's hitbox
But
is
that's
big enough that
slow.
it doesn't matter where you are in the room.
Exactly.
But, yeah. Because there are some 2D areas, like pipes, where you literally can't move.
Back and forth, yeah.
Back and
Alright,
forth,
fish and
yeah.
dips attempt.
Easy.
Easy.
He clipped
Ooh,
back
looks like he
in.
clipped back in.
No.
Okay.
Oh, that does not save any time, man.
Alright. Yeah.
Like,
Well,
it's
now
hard
it's like he didn't even get it, you know? Because
Yeah,
he
it
clipped
really
back
is.
in immediately.
And he lost the time with the fish bonks on the wall, yeah. As hard as the actual clip is to get, I think people really don't talk about how difficult it is to quickly collect that moon without going back in bounds, like...
Right. Yeah, I mean, it can be easy to clip back in.
Yeah, it really is.
Now he's basically just doing the route as if he wouldn't have gone for fish and dips.
Yeah.
So
He's just like pretending it didn't happen, like, what?
Yeah,
I didn't
exactly.
go for it, what do you mean?
No, definitely not. Not gonna be on the stat sheet that I attempted it. Nope.
Yeah.
Not sure if Sledge will go for it or not.
Yeah, I'm interested to see. It surprised me that you just did a long jump, said the RCB over there, but... Yeah, no. That's completely fair. It's a pretty dumb strat sometimes. It can be very inconsistent. So I don't blame him at all, and it always loses time to go for. You have to bonk against the wall to set it up, unless you're Tyrone.
PsioNick says, I think I've gotten the clip all 3 races and clipped back in all 3 times.
Is that not a sign of some sort, do you think?
That's rough. Maybe you should just stop going for it. Is that what the telling you, that you should just stop going for it?
Or just go.
I mean, I'm not going to tell you how to live your life, but, you know.
Anyway, here's Sonic heading into Luncheon. Probably one of the more difficult kingdoms, I'd say.
Especially if you go for Spiritless.
Oh, do you reckon?
I think PsioNick probably will.
Wow, miss a soul triple though. Easy to do. Going for it again? Yeah. Absolutely.
I would expect PsioNick to go for Spiritless.
In a race though, like, that is quite the move, but...
I mean, I've seen a lot of people in this tournament.
Yes,
go
true.
for
I mean, I've
Spiritless.
seen 109s going for Spiritless in some other tournaments, but...
Oh, so have I. So have I.
Yeah.
There's a pretty famous CCG moment of
There is,
reacting
yeah.
to someone else going for Spiritless.
I
so.
was there. Yeah.
Alright, PsioNick did go for it.
Nails the jump. heading into the hardest sub area in the game.
What moment? I mean, there was a freshman any percent tournament race where a runner decided it would be a really good job to go for Spiritless, even though that they clearly didn't spend a lot of time SMO Joy-Con.
Yeah, I was about to say, was that Joy-Cons, yeah.
Okay, yeah, PsioNick is having a little fumble here. He couldn't really get up to that pillar, and then ended up falling in the smoking hot Pepto-Bismol.
Pepto-Bismol, yeah. It's actually pretty crazy being in the booth with you, because I'm pretty sure that it was you who commentated my first ever freshman tourney match when I had like a 116.
I might have.
Yeah, I have a recollection. It was January last year, and it was only a couple months after I started streaming and running the game, so it's pretty new to the community.
Yeah, I've been at this for a little while, but...
Yeah.
Yeah, PsioNick is definitely not having the luncheon that he wanted. With the trouble with Salt Triple, and the trouble getting up to that pillar. So the time save he had from doing Spiritless is essentially
gone. It's probably gone, yeah. But I don't think he'll be too concerned about it with the lead he has. Unless he's got any particular goals for this run in itself.
Yeah, I mean, it was a while ago when that freshman tournament was, so...
Yeah, it was. It was, it started January 2021.
Yeah, and we saw PsioNick there go for the heart to not get that health refill on the moon. Optimally, it does save time doing that, but I don't think
I thought it only saved time in 2-player, to be honest.
It might be. I mean, the way PsioNick did it, though, I'm pretty sure that did not.
Yeah, I don't think that was, but I don't recall. Because I know in 2-player they do the dram onto the fork, so it is actually a lot faster.
They do, yeah. You got the golden turnips here.
Easy. Hey, look! They're in the same place. Nice.
They are in the same place, yes.
So I just managed to catch up a lot, apparently.
Yep, that's definitely how it works.
Yeah.
Don't mind the different routes or the moon counter in the top, you know. Don't.
Yeah, such as now heading towards forks. Oh, barely just capturing that Podoboo. Is a couple frames off capturing it too early there, but pretty optimal in general. I was about to ask if Sledge was going to go for the hard, but then I realized that that's not really relevant.
Yeah, he doesn't need it, because he didn't have to take any damage, so he doesn't need it.
I mean, he could if he really wanted those 5 coins, but...
Yeah, I think there are more optimal ways to get coins than that.
Maybe.
Alright, let's look at this. Block triple.
Block jump.
Ooh, single block.
No problem. Yeah, that was sketchy. I think back when I first started running the game, it was around the time when I started running the game that Mitch got that 57-54, and I just remember watching that, and the one bit that stuck out at me from that run was the block jump, and just how ridiculous that jump was. And it's something that I'm still impressed with to this day. Like, I don't know how tricky it is, I've never tried it before, but it is one of the most impressive strats when you're not expecting it.
Right, it's very
Because you're like, what is he
precise.
doing? There's nothing there, and then just suddenly there's a tiny little spot in the middle of nowhere where it is really quite something.
Especially the way that PsioNick did it. There are several blocks there. There's a row.
Yes, yeah.
And PsioNick only activated one of those blocks to stand on. So if he missed his window by only like a few frames,
Oh,
he would have
absolutely,
fallen
yeah.
off.
I mean, you can see Mario rolling.
The block
across
jump
the
isn't
block,
that
like...
bad for top runners. Well, yeah, the 4th in the world. So
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyone
I mean,
can
that's
do
good
it.
to know.
Anyone can do it.
It is one of the most impressive looking strats, in my opinion, though, but Yeah, that was a sketchy one.
I mean, I don't think it was sketchy. I think that's probably what PsioNick wanted to do because it was fast.
It was. It's
risky.
just he nearly missed that long jump. It was, you know. It reminds me of the sign jump in Cap 2 in Dark and Darker, and maybe All Moons that people do.
All Moons too. Yep.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't really know much about All Moons.
With the sign jump though, you actually don't have to activate anything. The sign is already there.
Yeah, obviously, but it's the same principle. It's a tiny little platform they have to long jump off. That is a really easy to roll off the other side. Oh,
you don't know anything about All Moons, and I know a ton about All Moons, so we're very,
well, there you go. Yeah.
very different in that respect.
Yeah, the longest category I do is Darker, but even then I'm not great.
Well, PsioNick is in is in Ruin Kingdom. This is a perfect time to mention Urban Arts.
Urban Arts.
They are the sponsor of this tournament! UA in the chat. They sponsor underprivileged students to go into college for career in game design. And they were kind enough to sponsor this tournament. So if you want to check out the link and support them in any way, then it's in the chat right now.
Yeah, they're a really, really great organization. I've looked at a lot of stuff they do, and they're definitely very deserving of all of your support. And always really active engaging with this community as well.
Absolutely. We see the Urban Arts rep in chat quite frequently. So the reason we mention it now is there's not a lot to say in Ruin.
Yeah. Sonic going for the triple jump over the top of the purple lightning, just barely missing them.
Yeah, the thing about those lightnings is they're always in the same place. So, you know, there's really, they know exactly where the lightning is. So there's really not a lot of risk, and they're probably taking the same route every run.
Insane, getting the Captain Toad hint art, really difficult, impossible strat.
Oh, yeah, that's crazy. Crazy strat.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how far apart these runners actually are. I'll have a look at the timeline. Oh.
Saw Nick splits there for a second.
When Sledge grabs them on the moon, I can tell you. Oh. Wait. Oh, it's only second phase. Oh, I see. I thought Sledge was on
I was just gonna look to see when their exits were.
Yeah.
Oh.
Triple X and E.
E can triple now? Okay,
yeah.
Cool. And we're gone, you know.
So really good race from Sledge and Sonic. Good to see it. Yep. I am Dry Blocks Man, apparently.
And
coming
I am
at you
nobody.
From CCG.
Okay, now we're back to the right.
Wow, that was crazy. I just kind of like, I think I like passed out for a second or something. I'm not really sure what happened.
Same.
Yeah. Oh well. Don't think anything too interesting happened in the race. Sonic moving into Bowser's. Also, one of the trickier kingdoms, but probably not too much of a problem for him.
That happened when I was going to check what PsioNick's exit was. Dang it!
Oh wait, yeah. That is frustrating. Okay,
now I
check
don't know.
Ogre Moon. I'd say it's about a minute. So if there is a massive mech meltdown, I got some alliteration in there, then Sledge has a chance. You can't really discount anything at this point in the game because the last couple of kingdoms are some of the most tense and trickiest.
4820 was his exit? Okay. I think Sledge was around 4930, but I didn't see the exact.
Yeah, so about a minute.
Tried for the dive back on that shard, but didn't quite get it on the first try.
Yeah, dive back can be really rough, but he's going for the new shards route.
Yep.
And Capitulus as well. Taking damage. Kind of annoying, but not the worst thing to happen. It's like you're doing bird dram. Now that is not something I'd expect to see.
No.
Yeah, I mean, like, total respect to him, because it's, you know, a lot of people would kind of say, like, well, why would you be doing bird dram at this level? But it really doesn't lose too much time, and it is a lot more consistent in crates, but yeah, it's
I mean,
really not
the only bad thing about bird dram is that you can home in on that spiny there on the roof.
Yeah.
Instead of the bird, so I was actually worried Sledge was going to do that for a second because the spiny was actually pretty close to his bird. So
yeah, I wasn't aware that was something that could happen, but in general, crates can be pretty tricky, especially if you do triple jump.
True.
So yeah, absolutely.
There's greater chance of dying.
Yes, death is not optimal.
Topper first from PsioNick.
Based. So based.
Not based.
Damn, all of you Harriet first believers.
Ooh, he missed that.
Ooh, he did. Yeah, I was on the Sledge's screen.
Sledge had a little trouble there getting that fourth shard, though.
Yeah, but no damage on the bird, so well done. I think that was officially cleaner shards than PsioNick. Can we ban Zach? Wow. I don't go with the crowd. I root for the underdog Topper.
Alright, looked like PsioNick was trying for Zarbamba but didn't get it.
Was it? Okay, I wasn't really sure what he was going for there. Yeah. And then I accidentally messed up the backup too. He's going for it again? No.
Oh, Mulan won't ban you though.
Oh, and missed the first person.
Alright, yeah, these are definitely not the bunnies that PsioNick did.
No. Not much has gone right in these bunnies, but he's still 2 boss fights ahead of Sledge, so
I messed up every phase.
One as well. Oh dear, man.
Almost
I think you messed up every phase.
Here.
You messed up every phase of every fight, I think. That was quite something.
Yeah, pretty much PsioNick, but
yeah.
This is not the bunnies that you wanted to have. Ooh, but Sledge also messed up on Harriet there.
Oh, did he? I was not watching.
Yes, following the script.
Yeah, mimicking each other again.
On bunnies.
Getting the second phase. And Sonic moving on to Mech, one of the most punishing slits in the game. It is short, and it doesn't have much gameplay in compared to how many cutscenes it has, but the movement that it does have can be quite something.
Well, I mean, once, you know, this is Mech is kind of like the ultimate platforming stage.
It is, absolutely, yeah. There's no weird, like, timing clips and glitches and tricks and stuff, it's just...
Yeah, there's no clipping out of bounds. You know, it's all just your movement.
Yeah. Crates and blind jump is a pretty big point of contention. He's cleared that without a problem. And moving up into the mech fight.
Yeah, so Sledge does not have to go for crates.
Yes, so Sledge will be saving a few seconds here. And moving on to the mech fight. This is actually a really difficult boss fight to do normally, never mind these strats. I remember the first time I played this game back in like 2018, and it can pose quite a challenge.
Yeah, even if you do it the way that Nintendo is to use the Pokio and then shoot the legs with the bomb.
It's still difficult, and it's really
hard.
long, yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, that was a spicy. Oh,
oh, not like this.
Oh,
can we get some not like this in the chat?
Oh, bro. That's so sad. I was sitting there being like, wow, that was really cool. I've never seen that before. Yeah, that's probably why.
Yeah, that's rough.
Poor guy. Because Sonic has definitely not been on his best performance today. I don't think it's particularly desensitive of me to say that, but unfortunately, just a couple big mistakes.
He said it in chat himself that he messed up every phase on bunnies.
But yeah, it's unfortunate for Sledge because if he hasn't made a couple big mistakes he'd actually have quite a good chance against this run of Sonics, but...
PsioNick, though, had a decent mech.
He did, yeah, that was a really clean fight.
Not the world's cleanest mech, but definitely good enough.
Yeah, absolutely. He got all of the acquired strats on the Brutals. Topper and Target and... Sledge also nailing Topper acquired. Yeah, it's nearly Moon Kingdom.
Yeah, I mean, coming into Moon, no. Moon Cave skip, there is. It's not a huge run killer, but it could.
Shouldn't be, but you never really know. There's places to fall off and die in the Moon, and the Bowser fight and escape can lose a really, really big amount of time if you mess them up, so...
Yeah, like dying in the 2D section.
2D's the worst.
Or getting Invisawalled in...
Yes, yeah, anything
in
like
Pillar's
that.
room. I was commentating a race once where the runner was way ahead, and they got Invisawalled. And
it's the worst thing that could possibly happen, yeah. It literally loses nearly 3 minutes.
Yep, because you basically have to die and start escape all over again.
You have to do the entire sequence again, and it is literally the last bit of the entire game. It's really rough. Moon is weird. Moon can be kind of janky, can't it? But you can occasionally back it up. Yeah, there's sometimes like opportunities where you can kind of like break the center through the invisible wall in a sense, and it's really weird. It is possible though, but a lot of the time you'll just like hit against it and fall and die. One wall jump? No. Messing it up.
Didn't get it.
Going through it again, it looks like clean. That's alright, not a huge time loss. Yeah, it is really whack. You're more likely to die than to back it up, but I'm pretty sure that was a race.
I've seen people mess up Invisawall before, but yeah, it's not an easy thing to do.
Was it a race with like Tyrone and Mitch where he got invisible and then still managed to back it up? I don't quite remember.
I don't think if it was, I did not see it.
Yeah, I might be getting mixed up with something else. Yeah, messing up the first phase and taking damage right there. That's not what you want to see because, I mean, as well as escape, the Bowser fight is also a place that dying will lose you a lot of time. Luckily, he managed to pick up a heart there, so shouldn't be too concerned about it anymore. It's supposed to be finished by now, but it is a race, Miniman. You've got and
you know, this isn't a reset.
Yeah, there's nerves, there's mistakes, there's more mistakes, and a few more as well.
You know, they gotta make something happen for the content, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
If they just played totally cleanly the whole time,
it would not be interesting.
I talk about.
It looks like this is probably, if nothing absurd happens, going to be like a 102 for PsioNick.
Yeah, so Sledge did get the single wall Mooncave skip.
Oh, did he? First try. That's really good.
He did, yes.
Officially better than Sonic. Yeah, I'm interested to see because Sledge actually could get a better mood split than Sonic right now if he doesn't mess up the first phase of Bowser as well.
Yeah, I mean, his moon split could be better, sure.
Yeah.
I don't know what their goals are, but...
Not sure. Sub-5s, I'm sure. At least if PsioNick.
Depends on if he goes for a 2DSS and his gold too, so.
Oh, I forgot about 2DSS. Yeah, never mind.
We've seen a couple of players go for it in this tournament. Who did it?
Tyrone and Triple, I'm guessing.
Yep, Tyrone and
Yeah.
Triple. There are only a couple of people that do 2DSS and RTA runs. Ooh, PsioNick
There he goes.
Here we
Nice
go.
jump.
Ooh.
Oh, he's going for it again. Oh, see, this is what I was saying earlier. Like, is he going to stay hump? Go for the swag strats.
No, he's going for it.
Because, like,
Come
there
on,
is a
fourth try.
chance that something happens and he loses
He
his
could
race.
die.
Yeah, because if he dies right now, like, in 2D, then he'd lose even more time than he would have.
True. Yeah, I mean, he gave it 4 tries and then
Yeah.
didn't get it and fail. He didn't really get, like, a good attempt off.
No, he didn't.
He never
didn't
got
pass
past
first
the
jump.
second
Yeah.
block. I mean, he got to the second block, but he never got to the third.
He never got the jump off, so did
So.
he?
Alright, you can get your cat jams in chat for
Hell
PsioNick's
yeah.
Pillars Room.
Best song in the game.
True. Absolute banger.
I actually used to be on the side of Jump Up Superstar being the best song in the game, but I've
I mean, that is a good one.
It is. It's a good one, but you can't beat this song. Come on.
Yeah, I mean, you almost want them to spend more time in Pillars just so you can get
You
more of
really
it.
do, yeah. Best part of the song is towards the end, I think.
True.
But yeah, no way that Sonic can lose this now.
Yeah,
Finishing
he's
up
definitely
with
got the
a-
W.
Very low 102.
Aren't they?
101 even, actually.
High 101.
Yeah, he's not quite going to be beating Sledge's PB.
It's like
1 second off.
101.57.
57 according to this timer, I'm not sure what it actually was. But yes, congratulations to PsioNick, pulling in that
GG,
victory after all
PsioNick.
of the mistakes.
G claps in the chat.
Yeah, and Sledge is just entering Pillars now, everyone give me your support.
101.50. Oh, okay. Well, I guess we're
50.
7
Wow.
seconds off.
Actually, yeah, that's what was said in a restream chat earlier. Yeah, Sledge can still play within about a minute of his PB, which is always fantastic to do in the race because it is very easy to lose minutes and minutes. And judging by his gameplay, I imagine his PB is pretty far off his sub right now, so I think he has a lot of potential from what I've seen. I'm really excited to see kind of where Sledge goes in the near future.
Absolutely, maybe like a sub-hour grind.
Absolutely, I could see it. Yeah, finishing off with a very, very respectable 1-3. Absolutely brilliant performance from both of them.
G, heckin' G.
G heck and G.
Yeah, PsioNick's link is actually PsioNick score, so the link in there isn't
Yes.
quite correct.
So yeah, we've all made that mistake before rating him.
Yeah, GG's to the runners, follow them, and I mean, this race is definitely probably not what expected, but the outcome is probably the same, you know,
Yes.
PsioNick
Yeah,
winning.
absolutely.
But the times, maybe not so much.
Yeah. Sledge would have had to play really, really well to beat that run. Obviously would have had to PB, so definitely possible for him, but about what we expected.
Alright, let's see if either of them has a minute to answer a question or two.
Mm-hmm. Welcome in, guys. How's it going?
Hello.
Yo.
First of all, I just want to say congratulations to you
Yes.
both.
Mm-hmm.
Thank
Both
you.
are really good, really entertaining race from both of you.
Yeah,
So,
it's pretty
PsioNick,
entertaining.
how are you feeling about this run?
Yeah. I think that probably explains it pretty well. Yeah, not the best run that we've seen from you, I'm sure. Lots of really big mistakes in there, but
You'll see a better run next week for sure.
Oh yeah, I'm sure you'll be.
All right, write that down, everyone.
Yeah.
I'll say that in a way.
Yeah, I'll make sure to get comms on that race as well, just to see.
All right, sounds good.
And Sledge, how are you feeling about this run?
Well, you could say that in a way. I played closer to my TV.
Yes, exactly.
True,
Well,
you did.
yeah, you played really well. Probably not much better you could have played. So
Alright, I think it was really funny. We were basically making the exact same mistakes and waiting.
It was really crazy.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, you were even in Lost. You both messed up cage triple. So.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that first death was funny. Second death, yeah, not really as funny.
Yeah, that was like a bit too far. But yeah, I mean, you guys are really close all the way through early game coming up to Metro, which I was pretty surprised about.
We're just like really good friends, and we're on the same wavelength.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's connected.
Yeah.
Love to see it.
Were you watching each other's runs?
I was watching the stream.
You were watching the stream? Okay.
I must say, the dynamic between you two is pretty good. Keep it up.
I appreciate
thank
that.
you.
Thank you.
And Nick, I gotta ask, how did you feel during bunnies?
Okay. At the beginning, I was like, okay. Not much was going through my head.
Yeah.
I was mostly just like, I wasn't really focused. I was kind of like watching the stream. I was like being entertained, like, oh, what's gonna happen next? Like, oh, will PsioNick mess up? I don't know. But and I got a pretty good ogre, I guess. I got a really good spin pound on the ogre. It was like frame perfect.
Yes, that was. Oh, was it? No.
Probably like a low 102 ogre or something. I didn't look at the timer because I was probably watching the stream. But then I missed a spin throw on the wire. I was like, oh damn. And then I missed dive back. I was like, oh damn. And then,
Oh, no.
and then I was like, oh, let me try this new strat. And then I didn't get the new strat for birdless. And I was like, okay. Never done that before. And then I messed up topper. And then I was like, okay. That was kind of stupid. But
Fine.
we'll get him next time. And there was no next time because Harriet was not kind to me.
You nearly died on Harriet.
You did.
You really did. I even got I even got the checkpoint.
Oh, did you?
I healed, and if I didn't heal, I would have died.
Wow.
Just realizing that now.
Yes. So, how my fights went is you guys saw that beginning went, right? So, yeah, I was like, all right, I'm gonna try to gold this, and I'm gonna spin pound at the beginning for a chance for BGT. And I spin pound into the fence, and I was like, okay, this is gonna BGT. And then I bumped into the gates, and I was like, yeah, this is gonna
That's
gold.
hilarious to me. The fact that like that was a thought running through your head in this race with, wait, I can get a BGT segment right here.
Go, Pog.
Yeah, and I just rolled right into the fence, and I was like, yeah, I don't think this is gonna BGT.
Yeah, maybe not.
Yeah. Second bonk, I was like, yeah, maybe I'm not gonna gold.
Yeah. And how did you feel after that death at the start of Mac?
No, well, I just remind myself I can still get 20 points out of this. That's 20 more than my last two races combined.
Yeah. Exactly. You can't just kind of like give up mentally and say like, oh well, that's it, because then you're gonna do bad in general.
Alright, well,
my
you put
first
up
two
a
matches.
tough fight for sure.
The first two matches I got 0 points out of it, so this is definitely a change.
Really? Against
Yeah,
me?
to get 0 points, you have to finish minutes or competitor. So, with Sledge finishing within 5 minutes of you, that means he is going to get some of those points. You, PsioNick, you get 1 point for every 10 seconds of a gap between you and Sledge. So, plus 60 for winning.
Yay.
Alright, any parting words from the runners?
There are more doors in the world.
He's right.
Okay.
He's
Really?
literally right.
Really?
He's so right.
Okay, we need to stop talking right now. It's been great to have you guys on. See you later.
Bye.
All right, stick around for the next match. I believe. Yeah.
Congratulations.
Triple X versus Eek. So should be good. Don't go far.